name is Melysa Cruz,
And I'm Rothchild.
and this is our Veterans Day banquet presentation, and our goal is to make all the veterans of Jewell County feel appreciated. The first step with any event is figuring out the timeline of your actions. First step being research. Research is talking to the community, looking up costs, and just figuring out what the community wants for there to be a part of. And then the next step is planning. Now planning is when we take all that information into our event and create the best plan possible. And then the next step is fundraising. Now fundraising is necessary for any event. We need food, venue, and all that stuff costs money. So it'll also help with promotion, getting the word of mouth out there that we're hosting this event. The next step is promotion, when we start handing out flyers, posting online, and making the event known to as many people as possible. The last step is execution. Now execution is going in on our word and making the event happen. These are the planning processes. Now I did most of the marketing as well as research, and my friend Chloe here, she did a lot of the fundraising as well as helped guide people the day of the event. And then we met every other Wednesday to discuss in person, and we did Zoom virtually over the weekends.
Event breakdown. Location, we were going to do it at the Mankato Community Center, but because of scheduling conflicts, we moved it to the Rothchild Junior-Senior High School. This is a large open space that can fit about 370 people. There will be plenty of room for FBLA, band members, and veterans, as well as anyone else in the community that is wanting to attend. Meal. Our meal will cater from Palm Creek Restaurant in Bullitt, Kansas. There will be two options to choose from, which is chicken fried steak and the chicken Philly sandwich. The meal will come with a set side, and for beverages, they can have either a soft drink or water. Decorations. The decorations will be red, white, and blue to match the American flag, and then as well tablecloths and centerpieces to go along with it.
These are our challenges we occurred. So the event was originally going to be at the Mankato City office, but there had already had an event booked for that day, so we decided to move it to the high school. Now, we had a hard time choosing between the options of food, and so we eventually landed on our two choices. That was another challenge that we had. And now fundraising. Fundraising, we start off with sponsors. There are plenty of businesses in Jewell County. So, this year alone, we have raised $1,000 from business donations. So it will be more than likely they'll be able to pull through for the event. And then in-kind. Now in-kind is things that are donated that are not money, like food and stuff. So we talked to the local farmers of Jewell County and worked with FFA to get the meat for the meal donated. And fundraising. Fundraising is very important. It's actually getting the community involved. There are plenty of people in Jewell County that are willing to give, and we'll work with different organizations and stuff like that to do door-to-door sales, as well as 50-50 raffles and other things.
For a budget breakdown, event decorator will be $900. Our event will have 37 tables along with tablecloths, centerpieces, and the stage, so we need someone to help us decorate it. Venue, $0. You can't have an event without the space to put it. Food and beverage, estimated cost $3,200. This is a fancy banquet around dinner time. There has to be a meal. Total estimated cost $4,100. With this estimation and the goal of $5,000, we'll have some wiggle room for if anything goes wrong.
Now, marketing. The most important thing is social media. It's a free way to reach a large audience. And so we'll post on our FBLA page as well as our school page and our school's district page. Seeing as there's only 370 seats in the venue, priority will go to veterans and people who help put the event together, but there will be a virtual live stream for other people to watch. Flyers. Flyers are very important. We can post them around local businesses and as well as parks, and they can be an important reminder to people to what's going on. At our target market, the age range is 45 to 55-year-old women in the Jewell County area. And alternatives will be mail, partnerships, and local newspaper. The mail will mail invites to veterans directly and partnerships with different clubs and stuff like that, as well as just posting in the local newspaper for anyone.
For risk management, fall risk, with majority of the veterans being elderly, more likely than not, some will have mobility issues, so we'll have volunteers to help the veterans to their seats. Food risk. Food allergies and intolerances are more common than people would think. In order to avoid any accidents, we'll have guests tell us any allergies or intolerances when they RSVP for their meal. We'll make each dish in a different kitchen to avoid cross-contamination. Liability risk. This is an event with 370 people. A lot can go wrong. The best way to protect us is by getting liability insurance. This can help us avoid anything unexpected.
And lastly, legal contracts. Now, there will need a venue contract, a catering agreement, and an event decorators contracts. And all these contracts are very similar. They outline the costs, responsibilities, and timelines for all of the things, as well as cancellations. And they are put in place to protect the client and the consultant. And that is our presentation.